What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be going over a few simple steps you guys can take to become a successful Star Wars Battlefront 2 YouTuber. Over the last few years I've learned some very helpful tips from both my own experiences and also from some other YouTubers within the community. And so today I thought I'd go over some of the amazing things that I've learned that could help you guys grow your own channel right here on YouTube. So without wasting any time, let's get stuck right into it. The first thing that I think needs to be mentioned is definitely in regards to the thumbnails, as they're the first thing that anyone is going to see on your channel, and first impressions definitely do matter. I find that squeezing as many arrows as possible onto the thumbnail is a surefire way to make that thumbnail enticing. They don't even need to be pointing at anything even slightly relevant to the specific video. You could literally put a black background and just point to that if you wanted to, but just make sure you have some arrows in there, as otherwise the almighty algorithm won't allow your video to get many views. On the flip side of that, if your video doesn't do well, then at least you can blame it on the algorithm and just sort of pretend like it's not just because the video is the most generic video anyone could ever make. Now, underneath those arrows, obviously it's a really good idea to grab some really nice artwork of the game, as that will obviously help you relate the video to Battlefront 2 and people will know what the video is about. Now, some people do capture their own thumbnails, but honestly that is a waste of time. What you want to do is actually just go to your favorite Battlefront 2 virtual photographer, such as say Arcros or FinFet, head to wherever it is that they share their captures, then simply just steal that image without crediting them in the comments, or even just by leaving a link that goes absolutely nowhere, as then at least you can claim that you didn't know and that you just found it on Google Images. It's usually best to include captures of mods rather than the actual game, even if it has quite literally nothing to do with anything. Generally speaking, if you just slap on say Darth Revan or Nihilus, then that will definitely help get your videos out there. Like I said, you could actually capture your own thumbnails, but that just requires hard work, and honestly it is best just to put in the least amount of effort possible in order to make your content. So definitely use other people's artwork whenever possible. Now, once you have the artwork and the arrows on there, there's a few small additions that you can make to really make that thumbnail all that much better. Text is obviously really important to sell your video to the viewer, and the keywords that you absolutely must include are different combinations of huge news, this changes everything, massive news, just anything like that will do for your text. It doesn't have to be true or even slightly related to the video, just chuck that on there and you will absolutely kill it in terms of views. If you're not keen on having 35 arrows on your thumbnail, then you have to at least include one single arrow that's pointing from the text to absolutely nothing on the screen. That is the bare minimum that you can have on your thumbnail. Now, if you want to add a cherry on top, then the final thing that you can do is to actually create a fake tweet from EA or DICE just to suit your own narrative. Doesn't really matter what it says, just so long as it looks real, then you can go ahead and add that to your thumbnail, and once again that will just give you a nice boom in views that you otherwise can't get from making actual good content. So that's pretty much it for the thumbnail, but to tie together with the thumbnail you obviously need a good title as well. Once again, if you just capitalize the word huge, massive, new or amazing, then nothing else in the title actually matters. So definitely go ahead and add one of those words each and every time you upload. Like I said, the thumbnail and title are definitely the most important parts of making content. Once you've gotten people to click on your video, then who cares whether they actually enjoy the content or whether it helps them out at all? You've made bank at that point, and honestly no one else in the world actually matters. So yeah, just make sure the title and thumbnail are solid and you'll be a millionaire in no time at all. Now, when it comes to the actual content that you're making, as I said, it's not all that important what you actually make. A few guys out there do actually put some effort into editing their videos and trying to make high quality content, but like I said earlier, it is honestly just a waste of time. It's all about working smarter, not harder, and making high quality content is not the way to go. What you want to do instead is actually just show some absolute bot gameplay, either in co-op or HOV, and you don't even want to edit it down to make the gameplay interesting either. Just simply show the entire recording, even if there are sections where you're dead and it's just showing the menu for 10 seconds. Like I said, the least amount of effort required is always the best way to go. In terms of the commentary, it's also a good idea to talk in the most monotonous voice you can. This really works well for engagement and interaction, so just talk as if you have severe depression and everything will be a-okay. If you do all of what I just mentioned, then I have no doubt that you can be a very successful Battlefront 2 YouTuber in the future. Many others have done the same and succeeded, and so there's absolutely no reason you can't do the same. Now, if you haven't been able to tell already, this is obviously all just a huge piss take by me here. For those who missed it, today is obviously April Fool's, and rather than the usual clickbait bullshit that everyone uploads on April Fool's since they get a quote-unquote free pass at it, I thought I'd take a bit of a different angle here and pretty much meme myself and a bunch of other creators in the community for a bit of fun. I have to make that clear, this is not picking on any specific creators individually. Half of it is actually just taking the piss out of myself, and if anyone ends up being offended, then honestly grab yourself a cup of concrete and harden the fuck up. There is no need for anyone to have a cry over a little joke on April Fool's Day. That is going to do it for this one though, guys. Hope Hopefully you all enjoyed this one and had a little bit of a laugh at it. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Crush them! Make them suffer!